and welcome to Brett's Picks. This is week number 7. Guy right here, Brett Whitehead. I'm Gwen Shroyer, and we have a lot of good picks for you this week. Let's talk first, though. It's closing out the baseball season. National League Baseball has been playing, and there were some really good games last night. Talk about that, Brett.
Atlanta ended up winning
Atlanta won?
3-0.
Yeah, and it started out as a really big pitcher's duel.
It was,
but then it just fell apart for the Phillies.
It was supposed to be at 4:35.
Right, that was rain delayed. Yeah,
and
wasn't even sure
they moved it to 7:30. They moved it to
come
7:30.
on. That's right. And the other game that was played on the West Coast for the National League was
San Diego and the Dodgers.
And the Dodgers, which
San Diego ended up winning that game.
They won that, and so now they're tied up. So 1-1 on both sides.
Atlanta goes to Philadelphia
and
Friday.
That's who the Braves will play. If they win this series, they will play the winner of that series.
No, it's another game.
I know, but I'm saying that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, like another.
The Dodgers are strong.
Yeah,
and it was great.
And
that
we
the
have
Padres
a former Brave.
Yes.
Freddie Freeman.
The Freeminator.
He homered last night in the game.
And that kind of, set it off, but they still didn't win. Okay, let's talk about something even more important than that. Tonight, what's going on in Lebanon, Tennessee, Brett?
There's volleyball.
The volleyball match, a very important volleyball match. Who's playing?
Bradley Central and
Lebanon. So that
it starts
game,
it starts at 7.
7 o'clock game. I think it might be carried on NFHS. I'm not sure, but
Cleveland beat us.
And Cleveland did beat us, but we still got to go to sub-state. So we're playing up there. Very own students around here are getting ready and excited about leaving today to head up there and play that matchup.
My friend
Haley.
Yeah,
she's excited.
Playing in the volleyball match.
Oh yeah,
the volleyball match today.
She's all smiles around here all the time anyway. She's great. All right, and let's talk about high school football. So let's not talk about Bradley yet. Let's talk about the other people we got. Who's Walker Valley playing?
McMinn County up in Athens.
County. So tough matchup. McMinn County is always a fearsome foe, and Walker Valley's had some ups and downs this year. It's not a region game for either one, so it's just a win, carry the hype.
Saudi Daisy and Ottawa. We played Ottawa.
We played Ottawa.
And we won 45-0.
Again, not a region game, so it's just a matter of, who wins and loses. Ray County.
That's the game of the week.
Game of the week?
No. It's Meg's for Channel 3.
Of course. So Ray County traveling to Howard over in West Chattanooga.
Yeah.
And what about
Bearden? We're playing Ray.
We will play Ray next week. Bearden. This is a very important. This is a region matchup, and Bearden.
That's
will
the team we play. That's the team we played as well.
Yes, we did, and we lost.
21-7.
Yeah. So Bearden is traveling to Cleveland. This is a region matchup. Cleveland's right there with their own destiny. They win this game. I mean, they're unbalancing the whole region. So a really big matchup there. Bearden should win. Right now, there's a lot of ties right now. But that's a big game. You can watch that on CHS Live.
And we have Hardin Valley and
another huge game. Of course, Hardin Valley been a weaker opponent, and Maryville's been a stronger opponent. But Maryville losing to Cleveland really kind of changed the mindset of what's going on here.
0-7 record.
Yeah,
Hardin Valley.
They're really struggling. William Blount
is up towards,
and they're all the way up in Kingsport. Now, if you've ever been to Kingsport and seen the Dobbins Bennett complex, that stadium is amazing. It is one of the coolest stadiums in the state of Tennessee, mainly because of the press box, because they got elevators and all that. But their stadium's really nice. I still like Bear Stadium. It's my favorite. But really, really nice stadium. So Dobbins Bennett hosting William Blount. And then last but not least, tomorrow night, Bradley
will play Farragut.
Playing Farragut here at home.
Homecoming.
This game has a lot of check marks that will be answered after that game.
It's homecoming.
It's homecoming. We will crown a queen at halftime. It's going to be a spectacular event. The weather's going to be great. It's fall, y'all. All the people are going to be out. There's already designated tailgating areas, so come out and enjoy that. And I will tell you, nothing like a good homecoming game, especially when it's a region foe, because this game matters more than any other game, at this point. So we need to take care of business. And let me point out something really cool. We have a sponsor this week. Mark Hall, that owns Mark's Barbershop, is our sponsor.
It's here in Cleveland.
Brett Whitehead gets his hair cut over there.
It's here in Cleveland.
And they do a great job. So we're going to take a commercial break right now, and we'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back. Thank you, Mark and Amanda and Lisa that work over there. Brett gets his haircut. Also, our camera guy back here, Trevor, big 7-foot tall Trevor Walker, gets his haircut over there. There's a lot of people we know that get their haircut. I don't even have hair, but if I had hair, that's where I would go. All right, let's get into your picks. So this is an important, fun weekend, but we're gonna talk about a lot of things. Here's the pickers. Coach Carpenter and Colin have separated themselves a little bit. Brett Whitehead in third with Mr. German, Sawyer and myself on 5, and we're just hanging on for dear life. You guys are, pulling away, and I like being in that first column. I don't want to be in the second column, number 5, but I'd rather be above top 5.
You have Mr. Langdon at 7,
and Thompson and Rich. Mr. Garrett alone at number 10.
Sweet Pea
and Coach Dills at 11, and Coach Payne fell
at
in
13.
the tank. He's
at
down
13.
there in the boiler room, hanging out in the basement, and had a really bad week of picks. So, anyway, let's get to the first game. This is week 7. Number 10, Penn State is playing
at number 5,
Michigan. This is going to be a good game. Who do you have?
I have Penn State.
Okay, Penn State for the upset. That would hurt Michigan really bad. All right, next game we have is Auburn at Ole Miss.
Number 9.
Number 9, and they're holding their own. I think and it looks like you're going to pick Ole Miss.
Yeah.
In my judgment, I think Auburn is the weakest team in the SEC right now.
Kiffin.
And Lane Kiffin's got a running game right now. It's unnatural for him to have a running game, but they're doing really well with it. They're doing the dink and dunk passes on the corners, 3 to 5 yards with the passes. So next game we have, Miami at Virginia Tech. Neither one of them ranked, but it's a good game. At noon on ESPN3.
I have Miami.
You got the Miami Hurricanes, or as Steve Hartline says, the Hurricanes. All right, next game is number 8, Oklahoma at number 13, TCU. This is actually Oklahoma State.
Yeah, you have to fix that.
I messed up. It's number 8, Oklahoma State.
At TCU.
Somebody that does graphics might be an idiot. It's me.
Oklahoma.
But that being said, you're picking Oklahoma State, right?
Yeah, you need to fix
Oklahoma
that.
State. Well, I'm going to leave it alone now because I've already ruined it. So anyway, I think TCU is doing really good. They're probably ranked right at number 13, but I think TCU is doing surprisingly well. Next game we have number 15, North Carolina State at number 18, Syracuse. The Orange Men hosting. Who do you have in this game?
NC State.
Okay, the Wolfpack traveling up to New York. We'll see about that, Brett. Next game, Arkansas against BYU.
At 3:30.
On ESPN. So do you have the sauce, or are you going for the U?
I'm gonna watch that game Saturday.
And you got BYU?
I'm going with BYU.
BYU. The sauce is tanked. Okay. Next game we have LSU at Florida. This means a lot in the SEC. Of course, you got West against the East, but These guys are still trying to get in there and get ranking
That
within
game
the
is
SEC.
at 7 on ESPN.
So who do you have in this game at the Swamp?
Florida.
Florida with the win, okay. And next, number 4, Clemson, holding their own. They're still in the top 5. Kind of quiet right there. Nobody's talking about them. They're going to play Florida State, 7:30 p.m. ABC. Who do you have in this game?
I'm going with Florida State.
With a massive upset in the ACC.
I hope that happens.
If it happens, I'll bow down to you. That's amazing. And you've called them like that before.
Yeah.
Next game. Oh my. Number 16, Mississippi State.
At number 22,
Kentucky. Yeah, woe is me, Kentucky dropped out of the top 15, and now they're hanging on for dear life in the top 25, but they're hosting this game, and their quarterback may be playing in this game, so who do you have?
I'm going with Mississippi State.
Going with the Bulldogs, huh?
Yeah.
Going with, what's his name, Mike Leach?
Yeah.
He's got that air attack full. There's a big arsenal. Next game is crazy. Alabama, ranked number 3, 6-0. Look at that.
Number
fat
5.
elephant.
Number 5.
And playing
5-0.
number 6.
5-0.
Tennessee. So this has been the first time in as many years as I can remember. I don't even remember the last time that these two teams were in the top 10 and played each other, let alone played in Knoxville. Now they've played each other, been ranked top 25 before, but this one is really getting all of the hype. And you see that percentage down at the bottom where it says UA minus 7.5 points. That is fluctuating all over the place. It's kind of right there in that 7.5 as far as what Vegas and other people, odds makers, are making. But you can see right there on the predictor, the matchup predictor has Bama at a 69.8 selected winning. People across the nation are picking Bama to win this game. Who do you have, Brett?
I have Tennessee.
You got Tennessee.
Both TV stations, ESPN, Game Day.
There will not be any room on that sideline.
Game Day.
That's right. Game Day is
going to be
having their show there at 9 o'clock in the morning Saturday.
Like around 10.
Also,
like around
SEC
10.
Network
like
is
around
doing
10.
theirs. I think they said 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And SEC's network's going to have their show there as SEC Nation.
3:30 on CBS.
Tebow and all those guys. Well, I think Tennessee's going to win, and I'm thinking it's going to be a close game. Everybody's saying, of course, all the Tennessee fans are saying it's going to be a blowout, and they're going to give Alabama a big black eye. I predict that Tennessee's going to win by a modest 5 points, but it's going to be a win is a win is a win. You want to know why I picked 5?
What?
Because that's Hendon Hooker's jersey number. I would have said another number, but I picked 5.
That's who is starting.
He is starting, and he's a Heisman possible. He's ranked in the top 5 for Heisman hopefuls. So they don't come out with, who's actually in the Heisman, but Heisman hopeful. And I think when you look at the long-range predictables, if he continues to play like he has been playing, then he is a contender. He'll be a top 3. After this, if he beats Alabama and plays soundly and still has no interceptions after this game, he will be in the top 3 Heisman contenders, if not top 2. If he loses this game, he's still a contender, but it's not as big an opportunity. And then they would play UT Martin next week, which you'll have some great numbers in that game.
We're not going to have that on the paper.
But we'll talk about it. And then also they'll play Georgia after that.
Yeah.
So
and
really,
Kentucky.
And Kentucky. So you've got possibility of playing 3 more top 25 teams, and that's huge. That would be a total of 7. And I don't know many other teams across the country that schedule that, but we're in the SEC.
Yeah.
We're not in the Big Ten, as Colin over there is eyeballing me right now. I'm not going to say anything else, but there's some pancake schedules out there classified on which conference you're in. So SEC is downright evil when it comes to having to play all these teams. You got anything else?
Listen to our game on Talk 101.3
with Gary and Earl and Brian.
Yeah.
And then also you can watch it.
Oh, I was just going to tell you.
Well, tell them where they can watch it.
BCHS.TV.
.tv. That's right. Watch us there.
And on
if you
YouTube-
have not subscribed on our YouTube channel, go ahead, go subscribe and like it, and you'll get notifications. We have a lot more content than just the game on Friday night. We have 2 or 3 or 4 things coming out every day, and we want you to, get to see all of that.
And in Cleveland on Mix 104.1.
That's right. And also on CHS Live, because they will broadcast that game.
And 99.1 for Walker Valley and McMinn.
And Walker Valley up there, yeah. All right.
And don't forget, Gary will not be broadcasting the
Next
game. It's going to be Brian Grissom at Wright County.
Next week.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about that next week. Maybe
At
we'll
Wright-
get Gary to come in here and talk a little bit.
Yeah, at Wright County.
That's all I have. Is that all you have? All right.
We'll
So
see you on the
for
sideline.
Brett Whitehead or Mr. Shroyer, we'll see you
On the sideline.